They indeed love their football here in upstate New York as you look inside of Bills Stadium in Orchard Park. The folks in Buffalo love their Bills, and a moment ago they entered to the delight of this sold-out crowd. They're set for football as their Bills will do battle with the Miami Dolphins. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. A fairly short kick from the 14. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run. And let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down. Otherwise, it's going to be a long afternoon.
Derrick Henry. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. Well, this defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 28.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already in the field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here too.
And just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose. A first down carry for Henry. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels. Because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
2nd down, they go again with Henry. 7 yards on the carry. Make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. The first carry for Josh Adams. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down. Sean McDermott didn't hesitate. They'll go for it on 4th. They'll run for it with Henry. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. Derrick Henry denied here on 4th down. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down. The lane opens up that time as he'll be brought down just short of a first after a gain of about 9. But you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. And they'll run here with Carter.
Brandon, you know how we talk about having wrinkles in a game plan? That was a fold right there. How about that play? Being able to change things up. You think anyone else on the team's going to get the ball, and in that situation, they surprise everyone and give it to their big guy.
Jackson now off the bootleg. They'll roll him out right. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Well, these two teams met down in Miami earlier this year with the Dolphins winning that one. So they are gunning for the sweep here in Buffalo. Second and 10. Jackson now. It's complete to Fuller. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
One of the feature points of the in route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get. But he has to be careful not to wait too long and let his receiver wander into some tough territory. If he's late with the ball, he can get his receiver hit and hit hard.
On third down, Jackson. And oh, that nearly an opening drive INT, but it does fall incomplete. Not the way he wanted to start this ball game as it brings up fourth down. The Dolphins will send out the punter now. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And this kick will be touchdown as they spot it inside the 45-yard line. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at about the 32. Off play action. Allen. And he'll get this underneath to Henry. That'll go for a gain of 7. And it'll bring up a 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
3 yards remain for 2nd down. Allen off the play fake. And going deep for Hill. Touchdown! So there's the big arm of Josh Allen on display. He can throw it as deep as anybody, and that was an absolute laser. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And you figure this should be a healthy, arrested, a focused unit, and they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week. This is really a team, Charles, that should be in top 4.
I would agree absolutely with that. What coaches worry about, what organizations worry about, though, is overconfidence. They've been playing so well, and now they've had that extra time off. And we've seen teams come back off the open week and come out flat. So what a lot of good coaches do is they kind of game plan for that with their teams. On defense, they may blitz more in the beginning to get them going. On offense, they may go more up-tempo. Anything to get them out of that lethargy right at the beginning.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it. Finding some room at midfield. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. He'll get 8 on the keeper there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. Brings up 2nd and 2. And he'll give it here to his running back. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line.
He may be a bit undersized compared to the modern-day NFL defensive tackle, but what he lacks in size, he definitely makes up for in his ability to make tackles in the run game as well.
Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Third and inches, and they've got some extra beef up front. 3 tight ends. Jackson. Got his man. It's the tight end Long. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down, at least at first glance, as he'll spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Play action. It's Jackson. And he's got his tight end. It's Mike Gesicki. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a first down.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. He'll get 8 on the keeper there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Some good strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
Here's 2nd and 2 now from the 3. And to give this time to the tailback. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And we are tied here in the second quarter. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 34-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside, and so many times defenses say, okay, we got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
And Duke Riley will get credit for the tackle. These two teams, you might recall, met up back in September in Week 3. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Play action. Now it's Allen. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Duke Riley. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Here's Allen. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line.
Well, really not much secret there. 3rd and long, Charles, that he was looking to throw the football. And I would imagine as a defender, you're kind of salivating in that spot, right?
You certainly are, because 3rd and long situations, they tip the scale towards the defense every single time. Now you're actually able to dictate and understand what the offense is trying to do. You know where the first down marker is. You set your defense that way, and maybe you can be a little more aggressive in certain situations because of that. You start focusing on your coverage assignment, and when the ball's released, you break on it and make a play, as we just saw there.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. From the gun, it's Jackson. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
A gain of 18 on the play. And a Dolphin first down.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
Quick.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Give him 4 yards there on the first down keeper.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the Bills' 14-yard line.
This time Jackson will throw it. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Touchdown Dolphins. Mike Gesicki, his first touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. Sanders on for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Makes the score Dolphins 14, Bills 7.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
Now he's forced out left, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Emmanuel Ogbah able to record his 5th sack of the season. In a play like that, with how far he had to go to make that sack, shows how athletic defensive ends have become in the NFL.
And not just athletic, this is coached in a big way. Run to the football at all times. How about him never giving up on it and pursuing all the way across the field?
On second down now, it's Henry. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. On third down, Henry. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards, second down. And now they'll throw with Allen. Uncorks one for Davis. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line.
Well, Charles, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So we've reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Dolphins taking a lead to the locker room as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They go play action with Jackson. On the right side, open is Gesicki. And he'll be corralled right around the 34.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. To throw is Jackson. He's going to let one go deep for Parker. It got his man complete. And he is down deep into Buffalo territory. It's a big play there for Miami. Well, for all the deserved accolades Lamar Jackson gets for his running prowess, his deep ball, it's really a thing to behold as well.
And I'm really not sure what was more impressive about that throw. Was it the distance traveled or the accuracy involved? Because I'm going to tell you straight up, when you're trying to hit a guy in stride that far downfield, there's nothing easy about it. But he sure made it look easy there.
And that wound up traveling at even 58 yards in the air, according to Next Gen Stats. Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Now it's Jackson. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. A.J. Epinesa. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. And now they're looking for 19 yards here on 3rd down following 2 negative plays. They go play action now. Jackson. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
Jason Sanders now for the Miami field goal. It's a 39-yard attempt, right hash. And it's a wobbler, but he does get it to go as it creeps over the bar. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7.
So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the third quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
Taken at the 15, a short kick. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
At their own 28-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
They'll run it again with Henry. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. 67 yards on the ground for him so far.
On a second and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on third down.
And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
At the 45-yard line.
Again, it's Henry. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talked about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Yeah, he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
And when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with second and a yard. They run the counter. It's Adams. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line.
Second and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Mike's 4-2, Mike's 4-2.
Henry will get it. He's been busy today. This carry, despite the extra effort, will be stopped short of the 10. Javon Holland coming up to make the stop.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
Trying to punch it in with Henry. And he fights his way into the end zone for a Bills touchdown. Derrick Henry, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bills are able to get a score back in the final stages of this third quarter. Bass on for the extra point. And And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game. And they will not have time to get another play in here as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. That last touchdown has made this really tight. They're clinging now to this slim lead. Jesus, second half, they only have a field goal. This offense needs to kick it into gear.
And right now, I'm looking directly at the field general, at the quarterback, because to me, he's got to take over right now. By word, pumping his team up, and then, of course, by deed with his play. My high school coach used to say that all the time. Laddie, take over by word and deed.
And deed means action.
Exactly.
And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown. Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years, and the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one. Sanders now to add the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Makes the score Dolphins 24, Bills 14.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Right after the touchdown to extend their lead, now maybe opening the door a little bit there by allowing starting field position at the 40. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line. If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this one, that hurts their chances right there.
They had to put it mildly. But look at the lead, look at the deficit, trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right. It's going to take a lot for them to have a chance to win this one now.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now a handoff looking right. And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Play action. Now Jackson. He'll get this to his tight end, Gesicki. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because, to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
And he'll just plow right into a host of tacklers. Nothing there at all, and it'll be 2nd and 10. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, Jackson. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. A.J. Epinesa. Make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Now Jackson. That's going to be caught. Touchdown, Dolphins. Mike Gesicki with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Dolphins add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. They'll keep it on the ground. Henry. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now a handoff to Henry. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45.
It's a gain of 14 yards. That's another Bills. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Henry, and he's across midfield and into Miami territory. 138 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Henry running right, trucks over him.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Now, after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Steps away to his left. And Allen will have the 1st down as he's able to slide to avoid the contact at the end.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a 2nd interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
On 1st down, Henry. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Henry. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line.
Let's go.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. On 1st down, this is Adams. He's down inside the 10 to the 8. And it comes on a gain of 8. 8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the Dolphins' 8-yard line.
Now flags will come in. One of the Bills got going a little early. That's going to set him back 5 yards. Now after the false start, here's 2nd and 7. They'll run again with Adams. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. Again to Henry. And Henry's hit. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through, and they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for Miami, they remain one of the hottest teams out there as the win moves them to 6-1. And they'll return home next week to take on the LA Rams. Meanwhile, for the Bills, the struggles intensify as they drop to 2-6 now on the year. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Foxborough to face off against the New England Patriots.